was sitting here thinking about like the Rob and China situation, and this is my take. Cause
I totally have it going on.
So right now I'm just putting on my foundation. I already did the bottom half of my face, as you can see. I'm using the Infallible Pro Matte because anybody knows if you have oily skin, like this is the way to go. I think I put too much. It'll dry though. This is the way to go because if you don't use it and you have oily skin or you end up getting the non-pro matte, you will look like a piece of bacon by the time you go out. And no one wants to keep napkins on them because they have to keep wiping their face because they didn't decide to use the Pro Matte. So get you some matte. If you have oily skin, matte is the way to go. So I was sitting here thinking about like the Rob and China situation, and this is my take because I'm sure some of you guys wanted me to talk about it, and I swear to God, I was like, I'm not gonna talk about the Rob and China situation because honestly, I could care less, right? I gotta make sure I color my neck and get some of my certain spots. So I'm sitting here thinking about this Rob and China stuff, and I'm just kind of like, he knew from the jump that like she wasn't serious about him. First of all, Rob used to be a catch. Like Rob could have gotten it a few years ago. Now, Rob is going through a lot. Like, people are saying, like, oh, he's a wuss. Like, this man, yeah, he lost his dad a few months ago. I mean, not a few months, I'm sorry. Like, years ago. But you can't tell somebody when they can grieve. That's the problem with a lot of people. They want to tell you how long you have to grieve. Oh, you should be over it right now. Like, if something happened to my mom or dad, like, it would take me years to get... Look how Kanye West is acting. Like, he has not been right since, I'm using the wrong brush, since his mother left him. Like, you can't tell somebody how long they have to grieve. Like, I think that's so disrespectful. And I've seen people do that to people. Like, well, you got this much time to grieve. You can't, why are you still harping on it? Like, that's your mom. That's your father or whoever died. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell somebody how long they have to grieve. Like, that's whack. But one thing I will say is Blac Chyna found him at a very vulnerable state. Now, she couldn't have pulled Rob when Adrian Bylon was dating him because he was on. You know what I'm saying? Like, their family was just getting hype. You know, he was Robert Kardashian. He was the only male of the family. Like, he was skinny. He looked good. He had his sock line going. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing. He could have gotten anybody he wanted. So then he went into this depressional state, whatever. And I feel like some of that has something to do with Lamar. Because me watching the Wendy Williams interview, I feel like him seeing Lamar go through a lot of the stuff that he was going through. I feel like, that can affect somebody. People are like, what does that have to do with him? Like, you watching your mom or father or somebody close to you do drugs and you see them go downhill and stuff, that's a lot to deal with. And even Lamar said, dating a Kardashian is hard because everything is given for free. Can you imagine having everything given to you for free? Like, you wake up in the morning, you like, yeah, I want a new car. And they're like, oh, we just give it to you for free. Like, you're not used to that. You're going to start acting out. You're going to start acting a fool and becoming a brat. And all he had to do was turn to drugs. Like, he never had to work for nothing. He was, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lamar was, once you become a part of that family, everything's given to you. Now, I didn't know that. I didn't know everything was given to you within that family, but now we know. And he couldn't take it because people are like, well, what's wrong with Kanye? Kanye lost his mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's been 10 years since she's been gone. It's been a minute. Now, I've always loved Kanye as an artist to this day. People are like, you know, he doesn't represent how men should be acting, and he first of all, like, one thing I appreciate about Kanye is, like, he's not trying to be anyone else. Kanye has never, and that's why he's been in the game for what, over 10 years, 20 years, or whatever, however long he's been in the game. He's been in the game that long because he's not trying to be anybody else. You got a lot of Bryson Tillers, a lot of Migos out here, wannabes, and people that can't stay in their own lane. They got to jump into other people's lane because they can't be themselves. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why Kanye been in the game for so long. People are like, I don't like the way he acts. He's arrogant. He's this and he's that. And that's why he has all the fame he has, because you never know what's Kanye gonna do next. What's he gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? We never know. Because it's like, just like at the VMAs, what celebrity can you say had a chance to rant for what? What did they give him, like 10 minutes straight? Come on, man. You can't tell me Kanye West isn't influential. Like, what do you mean? But back to the Blac Chyna and Rob mess. Now, this is, like I said, this is how I feel about it. Rob wants to act. I think they're both in the wrong, because Tyga was right there. Tyga, you could have asked Tyga, okay, what am I getting myself into? Why don't you want to be with your baby mother? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could have asked Tyga. I'm pretty sure Tyga would have gave him the up and up on what's going on. But Blac Chyna had him so hypnotized. I don't know if it was the sex or whatever, but she had him so hypnotized. And then you got her pregnant. So now you really stuck. Now you have to give her money. Now you have to do this. You have to do that. And after he took to social media, I'm starting to think, okay, well, is she going to keep the baby from him? Because she could use that in court. Like, defamation of character. You release naked pictures of her without her consent. Like, that's not the way it goes. Like, yes, the mother of your child did you dirty, but you're a grown man. You should have known. You should have known that she was going to do that. Like, everybody in America knew that you were going to get played. We knew that when she started talking to you at a vulnerable place in your life, we already knew what was up. Like, nobody was shocked when you got played. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, why all of a sudden Rob wants everybody to feel bad for him? Like, oh, poor Rob. No, like, you shouldn't have been dealing with somebody that has a reputation like Blac Chyna does. You know what I'm saying? Now, people are saying Blac Chyna don't have her own money and all this kind of stuff. Like, if that girl do have her own money. She has 88 Fin, which is like her clothing line. I think she has her lash line or whatever she does or whatever. And I think that's doing pretty good. I don't think it's doing as good as Kylie Cosmetics. Nah. But it's doing pretty good. So I'm trying to understand why is everybody so mad? Like, Rob did this to himself. And if you beg to differ, then you blind or you a kid or something. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, Blac Chyna, you know what I'm saying? She really loved Rob, and, you know, she helped Rob lose that weight. Like, that was a cover-up. Like, that girl didn't care about that man like that. I need a certain mirror so I can see my eyebrows. Alright. Yeah, so like I said, like, she didn't care about that man like that. And if you think she did, like, you're 100% asleep on life. I should have got this mirror a long time ago, because I kind of messed my eyebrows up a little bit. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to fix them. Maybe because I never really do my makeup in front of the camera. So it's hard for me to, like, used to that. You got girls that can slay their makeup in front of the camera. That's not me. And I put way too much on this brush. I'm coming back when I fix my eyebrows. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay, we back. I just gotta touch them up a little bit. Make sure they are the way I want them, because they have to be perfect and nothing less. So yeah, back to the Blac Chyna mess. Like, honestly, like, Rob Kardashian knew what he was getting himself into. I don't know if this is a promotion, because, you know, they had that show together. I don't know if this is some kind of, and, you know, America just feeds right on into it. Like, you know, oh man, I feel so sorry for Rob. Now, Rob, I feel like he let too much out the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, a person like him that's dealing with depression and stuff, like, he shouldn't be doing that. Because if somebody did something like that to him, and people are laughing at Blac Chyna, but, like, if somebody released naked pictures of you and put your business on Front Street, you would be all suicidal, all butthurt, and all kind of stuff. And Blac Chyna just thinks she thinks this is funny. You know what I'm saying? She thinks this is funny because it's like you're seeming more hurt than she is. You're the one acting a fool, like you don't have any home training. And then what got me was when he said that, you know, he's not gonna listen to his mama because his mama, you know, she dated Caitlyn and she have all her drama. So like he's like, I'm not gonna listen to you. That's just like when his sisters try to give him advice and stuff. It's like, I mean, we all looking a mess out here. Like, y'all all this stuff, y'all didn't have no business. Like, let's not forget. Because for the longest, Rob wasn't the black sheep of the family. Well, you know, he's a black sheep, but he was the good guy. Like, he was the one that wasn't messing nobody up. He was the one that was doing what he was supposed to do. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course he had an attitude, and he would always talk back to his sisters, but he would always check them. And I think this is the Rob we seen a few days ago, because remember that time when Kim went off on him or something? He was just like, you know what I'm saying? You the one that had a sex tape out. Like, how you gonna tell me what I need to be doing? And honestly, that family don't really have no room to talk about each other. They can't really tell nobody nothing. Now, do I think Blac Chyna had the baby with Rob out of spite? Yeah. I 100% feel that way. Because she was hurt. She was hurt that, you know what I'm saying? Kylie was dating Tiger and then everybody acted like they didn't care. So yeah, like, she definitely had that baby out of spite. Does she regret Dream? No. She most definitely doesn't regret Dream. I hate when my breasts get dry like this. Like, ugh, I need a different concealer. But yeah, like I said, do I think that she regrets Dream? Hell no. Dream, for one, is gonna make her so much money. Like, that is the first Kardashian grandchild, or whatever. The first and the only. Because if Rob has a boy, if Blac Chyna had a boy, whoo. And Blac Chyna has been trying to take on that Kardashian name for the longest, but the Kardashians not having that because they already know what she's about. I feel like they tried to warn Rob, but they didn't put it on TV. I feel like they tried to be like, you know, Rob, like, this girl tripping. Because Tiger probably told him, like, you know, she's kind of crazy. Because if she wasn't, because people always say, like, oh, so-and-so is a great person. Okay, well, why you not with him then? Because I've had friends, you know what I'm saying? I've had friends that'll meet a guy, and I'll be like, why don't you talk to him? Well, I don't really, I mean, he's a cool guy, you know, like, you should talk. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'll meet a guy that's not cute. And they'll tell me, you know, girl, you should you know, he was cute. Why you don't talk to him? I'd be like, would you talk to him? I mean, like, no, because he's not my type. Well, okay, don't push him off on me then. Because if you wouldn't talk to him, don't push him off on me. Because people be quick to tell you what you need. You know what I'm saying? When they not even... They wouldn't do it themselves. That's what I'm saying. Like, my mom said that. Like, people always want to tell you what you should be doing and what you should, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you should go date so-and-so. But would you date him? Well, no, I wouldn't. Well, be quiet then. Like, people do that all the time. Like, well, you know, so-and-so is a great guy. You're really passing up on somebody that could potentially be your husband. Okay, but would you date him? Well, no. Well, no, but anyway. Okay, then. Problem solved, right? I also never got to touch on the Migos situation. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I didn't know who set it off, Offset, and take it off. Take off. Is that his name? Take off. What the hell? Okay. I didn't know what their name was, to be honest. I was like, who is that? I knew of the Migos. I should have never wet this. I knew of the Migos, but I never knew, like, you know what I'm saying, who they were. Like, who is that? So, I probably shouldn't have let this dry. But everyone's like knocking, like, is that thing everyone's knocking Takeoff, but like I think he's my favorite of the group. Honestly. Because Takeoff is just, you know what I'm saying? He sits in the back. He minds his business. He's not trying to be the front man. He's not trying to be seen. And I love a man that's not trying to be seen and that just doesn't. He's comfortable in his own skin. That's who Takeoff is to me. Like, Takeoff, you know what I'm saying? And people act like, oh, well, he was taking off Bad and Bougie. Well, first of all, he was in jail the time the song was released. So, how you gonna be on the song and you in jail, right? I mean, he could have maybe sent his verse in from the cell, but I don't think that, obviously that wasn't possible, because if that was possible, wouldn't he have did that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? The group is pretty tight-knit and they supposed to be all homies. So, I mean, if they wanted him on the song, he would have been on the song. People want to knock that man, like his verse. He had a 5 verse in the song Slippery. I thought that one was good. And he had his other song out called Something. And he killed his verse on that. Like, people, just because he wasn't on Bad and Bougie, so what? Second of all, he's still in the group. So whatever accolades and stuff they get, my boy Takeoff still gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna get a award. People trying to play that man. Like, I think Takeoff, first of all, people hype about Quavo. I don't care about him. I just don't. I don't really care. Like, I'm like, who is that? Takeoff is so cute to me. Like, I don't know. People are like probably watching this video like, yo, like no, Takeoff is really fine to me. Like, he really, first of all, I love a man with dreads. I mean, they don't have to have dreads. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal. It's really not. But I love a man with dreads. You know what I'm saying? Like, Takeoff looks amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looks good. He keeps himself up. He does his own thing. You know, he usually be chilling. Like, nobody want no man that's all hype and stuff like that. No, like, Takeoff sits in the back. He does his thing. Now, what I didn't like is, even though he wasn't on Bad and Bougie, they had my man, like, ghost in the video. Like, he was on set. Y'all could have had my man in the video. But no, y'all want to have him sitting in the background in the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't in the group. Like, I didn't appreciate that. Don't do my boy Takeoff that. Now, the whole Jim Jones, I said Jim Jones. Oh, the whole, what is his name? Joe Budden. Okay, Joe Budden. Now, the whole Joe Budden thing. Now, this is my take on the Joe Budden thing. I don't know why I'm still patting my face because I'm pretty much done with the contour. All right, so I don't know if I should put powder. Powder doesn't do well on my skin. I had to stop wearing it, so I guess I won't. But who was his name? Joe Budden. That's the one. I get so sidetracked, y'all. Like, I think I'm really. Somebody told me I was scatterbrained. I was like, the you mean? Like, I'm not scatterbrained. You don't know me like that. Like, I'm not scatterbrained. No, I'm really scatterbrained. I really am. I watch some of my videos and I be all over the place. I really love y'all for bearing with me. But you know what I'm saying? Back to this Joe Budden situation. Yeah, so back to this Joe Budden thing. Like, this is my take, right? Everybody want to paint Joe Budden to be the bad guy. I appreciate a real person. I tell everybody, I appreciate somebody that's real. You know what I'm saying? What's the dude named Academics or something? The one who was asking all the questions? Okay. Now everybody was like, you know, he heard with Takeoff was saying, he heard. First of all, if you're not from the South, you don't know what we saying. So I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? People barely know what I be saying. I have a New Orleans accent. People tell me I have a New Orleans / New York accent. Probably so. And you know what I'm saying? People, you were like, you know, he knew what he was saying. Like, he being disrespectful. Like, maybe that man didn't know what that man was saying. How you gonna tell that man what he heard? Like, first of all, Takeoff was mumbling. So any person in their right mind, most people, if you're not from the South, or you're not from Atlanta, Alabama, whatever, the South, if you're not from the South, you don't know, you might not know what somebody's saying. Well, first of all, we talk fast and our words are together. When he said, dude, like, I let out bad bullshit, like that's how we talk. Everything is slurred together. We can't help it. That's just the way we talk. And if you're from New Orleans, a lot of stuff we be saying, you don't know. So that man might have not really known what he was saying. Did it seem irritating when he had to keep asking him what he was saying? Yeah. And if I was Takeoff, I would have been irritated too. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, it was like he was trying to play that man. Oh, let me be quiet because I need to focus on this. Look like all that all bad. Yeah. Both of my eyeliners on. I cannot do eyeliner on camera, so I had to pause this video so I could get it right, get it tight. Cause look, I wasn't finna mess up my mascara just so I could be, you know, it could be right in the video. It just wasn't going to happen. All right. Well, like I said, like, I love a real person. Joe Budden is real. Joe Budden don't care. Joe Budden is good TV because he don't care. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would have been worried about that interview if Joe Budden didn't get up. If Joe Budden didn't get up and walk away. Period. And first of all, I didn't even know who the other commentators, who were the other interviewers. I don't even know their names. I think their name was Academics or something. And my take on the interview was like, the dude Academics or whatever his name was, I'm going to call him Ricky because I don't know his name. So Ricky was sitting there asking all kind of questions. You know, I love y'all, you know what I'm saying? Joe Budden was like, look, can we wrap this up? First of all, Joe Budden, he didn't like the fact that they was being sassy. Because when when he asked Takeoff, you know, were you on bad bougie? Oh, like, I was on bad bougie. Joe was like, look, it's time to go. Because y'all really tripping now. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, Joe was like, man, let's go. Like, they not even worth our time. Because they up in there had an attitude. But do I feel like they were being disrespectful? Yeah. You asking that man, was he taking out bad bougie? Did it look like he had a part? That's what that man was like. It was like I was took out bad bougie. Obviously, the man didn't have a part. Obviously, the man was in jail at the time. Obviously, he wasn't all bad bougie. Like, you being childish. That's what I feel like. So, did Takeoff have a right to have an attitude? Probably so. Did it have anything to do with Joe Budden? No. But Joe made it about him when he got up and walked away, because when you doing all that, throwing stuff, it make it seem like you got an issue. So that's why Quavo stood up initially, like, man, what are you doing? Joe could have just walked away. He didn't have to throw the mic. You know what I'm saying? If he was done, he could have just. But Joe said he wanted them to feel how he was coming from and all that. But okay. And you know what I'm saying? Now it's a bunch of memes. Everything becomes a meme. So now it's a meme. Now everything is taken as a joke. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now we about to have shirts that say, do it look like I was taking out bad bougie? But like I said, I like Takeoff. Takeoff doesn't crave attention. He does his own thing. You know what I'm saying? He's happy and content where he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's thankful. You could tell he's grateful. He's not trying to be nobody else. He's not trying to be in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? He's good. He's not trying to be anybody else. He's straight. He's good. Like, what else is going on? What else? You know what I'm saying? What else is going on? I'm sure Takeoff probably smoked the blunt after that interview and kept it pushing. Like, they probably weren't worried about that. But like I said, I do feel like they are being disrespectful in the interview. Because, like, you know, the man wasn't on bad and bougie. Even Joe Budden and Cal, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if Joe even knew who they were before the interview. Joe was just like, let's wrap this up. Let's go. It's time to go. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that they should have did take off that. I think both parties were wrong. I really do. But I do feel like Complex started it with the question. Like, you know, the man wasn't on bad and bougie. What's your point? What's your question? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was petty. When you ask something you already know, that's petty. Like, you know, the man went on bad and bougie because if you watch the video had, 400 million views? I'm sure y'all seen it. And you can obviously tell that the man wasn't on bad and bougie. And you could tell on stage when they performed the song that he wasn't on bad and bougie. So now you want to ask a question you already know. So that man was defensive. Like, do it look like I was left off bad and bougie? That man felt like he wasn't left off bad and bougie. Well, okay, cool. You was left off bad and bougie. To answer the question, Takeoff was left off bad and bougie. Period. So like I said, you can't blame both parties. Like, Joe obviously didn't care to interview them from the gate. He could care less. And Joe gonna be real. Joe is a real interviewer. Like, he's gonna ask you questions. He's gonna be honest. If he ready. Yes, it was a little bit unprofessional. So like I said, you can't blame both parties. Like, Joe obviously didn't care to interview them from the gate. He could care less. And Joe gonna be real. Joe is a real interviewer. Like, he's gonna ask you questions. He's gonna be honest. If he ready. Yes, it was a little bit unprofessional. It was a lot of bit unprofessional for Joe to get up and walk away. Like, that was rude. Like, them people were still sitting there. Now, if Migos felt like they don't want to be interviewed, they should have got up and left. Because obviously Joe didn't want y'all to be there. Y'all didn't want to be there. Nobody wanted to be there. So, you know what I'm saying? We trying to understand, you know, why the interview even happened. Like, none of y'all want to be there. Because if you ask me, if I was offset and you asked me why I got left off bad and bougie, or was I left off bad and bougie, and I obviously was left off bad and bougie, and you being petty, I would have left. Oh my God. This interview's over. And the Migos obviously didn't want me there. After they started asking Takeoff questions, dumb, rhetorical questions. They could have easily. I would have left. I would have been like, I'm not dealing with this. Do it like I was took off bamboo. That's what I would have said too. Y'all want to ask a dumb question? I'm gonna ask y'all dumb one too. Do it look like it? You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about that man like a dog. That's crazy. Like I was took off bamboo. That's a shame, bro. Like I said, that interview wouldn't have been nothing if Joe Budden didn't get up and walk away. That interview wouldn't have got that much press. Hell no. Nobody would have even thought about it. Cause I think that interview was maybe before the awards. I heard. I don't know. I wasn't there, but of course I wasn't there. But all I want to know, do it look like I was left off bamboo? Like, at the end of the day, that man's still a part of the Migos. Don't try to play that man like they was playing Michelle when she was in Destiny's Child. Like, my girl is still a part of the group. My girl still, you know what I'm saying? When they talk about Destiny's Child on the record they sell, she was a part of it. Period. Just like when an NBA team wins, the whole team wins. Not just one person. Y'all could say one person if it wasn't for one so-and-so. You know, we wouldn't have won. But at the end of the day, everybody still get a ring because it's a team effort. Now, if it was just Quavo and Quavo was the only person in the group, then okay. But this is a team effort. This is a group. You know what I'm saying? Offset was on other songs, so it don't matter. It's not like he never has a part. My boy was on other songs. Like, I feel like they was trying to play that man. I really do. Like, that man was not left off bad bougie. Well, yes, he was. Yes, he was. But he wasn't left off other songs. He wasn't left off the group. He wasn't left out the group. You know what I'm saying? He just had legal trouble. And he couldn't be a part of the group the way he wanted to. He couldn't be a part of Bad and Bougie if he wanted to be a part of Bad and Bougie. So, what's it to us? You know what I'm saying? We always got to talk about somebody. You know what I'm saying? He making more money than a lot of us. So, at the end of the day, he was left off Bad and Bougie, but he wasn't left out. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't left out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of bit unprofessional for Joe to get up and walk away. Like, that was rude. Like, them people were still sitting there. Now, if Migos felt like they don't be interviewed, they should have got up and left. Because obviously Joe didn't want y'all to be there. Y'all didn't want to be there. Nobody wanted to be there. So, you know what I'm saying? We trying to understand, you know, why the interview even happened. Like, none of y'all want to be there. Because if you ask me, if I was Offset and you asked me why I got left off Bad and Bougie, or was I left off Bad and Bougie, and I obviously was left off Bad and Bougie, and you being petty, I would have left. I'm like, all right, this interview's over. And the Migos obviously didn't want to be there. After they started asking takeoff questions, dumb, rhetorical questions, they could have easily. I would have left. I would have been like, I'm not dealing with this. Do it like I was took off Bad and Bougie. That's what I would have said too. Y'all want to ask a dumb question? I'm going to ask y'all a dumb one too. Do it look like it? You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about that man like a dog. That's crazy. That's a shame, bro. Like I said, that interview wouldn't have been nothing if Joe Budden didn't get up and walk away. That interview wouldn't have got that much press. Hell no. Nobody would have even thought about it. Cause I think that interview was maybe before the awards. I heard. I don't know. I wasn't there, but of course I wasn't there. But all I want to know, do it look like I was left off Bad and Bougie? Like, at the end of the day, that man's still a part of the Migos. Don't try to play that man like they was playing Michelle when she was in Destiny's Child. Like, my girl is still a part of the group. My girl still, you know what I'm saying? When they talk about Destiny's Child on a record they sell, she was a part of it. Period. Just like when an NBA team wins, the whole team wins, not just one person. Y'all could say one person if it wasn't for one so-and-so, you know, we wouldn't have won. But at the end of the day, everybody still get a ring because it's a team effort. Now, if it was just Quavo and Quavo was the only person in the group, then okay. But this is a team effort. This is a group. You know what I'm saying? Offset was on other songs, so it don't matter. It's not like he never has a part. My boy was on other songs. Like, I feel like they was trying to play that. I really do. Like, that man was not left off Bad Bougie. Well, yes, he was. Yes, he was. But he wasn't left off other songs. He wasn't left off the group. He wasn't left out the group. You know what I'm saying? He just had legal trouble. And he couldn't be a part of the group the way he wanted to. He couldn't be a part of Bad Bougie if he wanted to be a part of Bad Bougie. So, what's it to us? You know what I'm saying? We always got to talk about somebody. You know what I'm saying? He making more money than a lot of us. So, at the end of the day, he was left off Bad and Bougie, but he wasn't left out. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't left out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this rant / get ready with me. I am going to Bible class, and I'm, wanted to show you guys how to get ready. I usually don't put on makeup for Bible class, but I wanted to talk to you guys and get ready. So that's why this video came about. Also, you know what I'm going to say. Make sure you hit that notification bell at the bottom of this video. So every time I post a video, you will be the first to know. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button at the top so you can become a part of my FRAANSE fam. And I love my FRAANSE fam. Y'all know how I feel about my FRAANSE fam. And like I said, notification, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.